Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of the One Piece anime episode 741. And I'll warn you now, in this one, essentially nothing happened. But it wasn't like last episode. It was definitely a step down from last episode. Because last episode I felt like nothing happened, but they added in some decent in-canon filler and some decent stuff here and there to really sort of fill it in and make it work. This episode, I feel like they just reused a bunch of stuff and add a bunch of like padding and seconds of nothing happening pretty often. And it was just noticeably bad. It was noticeably worse. Now, was it the worst thing ever or the worst thing they've done? Nah, the animation honestly wasn't that bad. They did reuse animations multiple times and had some still frames here and there, but the animation itself was not that bad. The pacing itself was pretty terrible. I guess the pacing is probably the worst part of this. I'm gonna name some good and bad stuff, just some parts of the episode that I thought were good. Before that, though, I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring up, I think that Toei really needs to watch their naming. I mean, you look at the names for the past however many episodes and the next few coming up, and I am so glad I'm not an anime-only watcher anymore. I used to be in the past, but like, if I were an anime-only watcher, there would be no point. The episode title is telling you exactly what happens in the episode. It's really getting to a frustrating point, I feel. Like, where if I only watched the anime, I'd be so pissed off because I'd be like, why watch the episode now? You've told me everything that happens between the promo and the title. So I've personally never liked the group of 3 chapters, the one that last episode, this episode, and it looks like maybe the next episode or 2 will be based on. I've never liked that grouping of 3 chapters. I thought they were pretty bad in the manga. So I don't have very high hopes for them, but everything after that, I think I've liked every single chapter after that, so I have high hopes for every episode after that. But I don't know, it feels kind of ridiculous to me that this episode covered like half a chapter, and it was a chapter where basically nothing happened. So we got a full episode based on half of a chapter where nothing happened. And I mean, the manga is already an arc up on us, and of course I don't see any fans that would complain if there were a filler arc, because One Piece filler in the past hasn't been bad, and One Piece filler rarely ever happens. I mean, I'm getting tired of the drawn-out stuff, but the anime quality has not dipped anywhere as low as, say, like Naruto, Fairy Tail, or Bleach. So, I mean, we haven't dipped nearly that low in quality, so I think we can afford to have a small filler arc if it's not terrible. Even without that, I think we could maybe move at a little bit of a better pace, because the pacing in this was just dreadful. There were seconds, like notably when King Riku was shaking the guy, and they just had seconds of the guy stuttering with Riku just shaking him, and it wasn't like, it was just a loop. It was like a GIF image on a loop. It like wasn't all animated differently or anything. They used the same Luffy sending Marines flying animations like 4 times. And it's like he didn't send that same group of Marines flying in the exact same way 4 times. So it was just bad, and it was noticeably bad. I think there's definitely been worse, but this one just... It didn't hide that it was bad. It just threw the bad stuff out there and said, here, take it. This is the episode we're giving you. Enjoy it. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. So even before getting into the episode, the recap was incredibly padded out. Like, the recap was insane how long it was for an episode like last episode where nothing happened. Like, these past 2 episodes have been nothing. They really haven't gotten us anywhere. We've moved so slowly. It's not that we're not moving at all, it's that we're moving so slowly. I would almost prefer an episode where we don't move at all and I could just say skip the episode than an episode where you can't skip it because there is some stuff that's relevant, but it's just so slow that it is a joke. Now, of course, our group is running to the East Port now for escape. Bartolomeo told us, and we see that all of the different allies that we've made throughout this arc are in place to help us get there, and the scenes with them helping us get there were pretty cool. But Luffy runs off on his own to go get Rebecca, and it's obvious that he is taking her to Kiros. But I did want to bring up that the stuff like when he was talking to her through the bars and stuff, like the straw hat fake out is real. If I were an anime only watcher, I'd be pretty damn convinced that Rebecca had a really good shot of joining the crew. Like, they really played up the possible straw hat joining thing here. They really tried to play that up. So I guess the only things left, if I hadn't said it already, I thought that the Law and Bellamy conversation was good. I also liked the hints at Law and Sengoku meeting, and from the promos and stuff, it looks like we'll be seeing that within the next episode or 2. So I'm pretty excited to see that. And I guess that was all that happened this episode. Other than just throwing out there that, like, the Navy are the worst shots ever. Like, they were, when they were shooting at them on the Flower Hill, that was just so bad. Like, stuff like that in anime and even other movies and TV shows and stuff is bad sometimes, but that was, like, really freaking bad. So, overall for this one, I gotta make it a kind of short review because nothing happened. Like, really, that's all I can say about this, is that pretty much nothing happened. Some things happened, and that makes it important to the overall story, but they happened so incredibly slowly that next to nothing happened. The animation, though, not the worst we've had. So, the music, though, normally, even for bad episodes, I can say, they had a pretty good soundtrack going in the background. This one didn't even really have that. The music wasn't anything special. Honestly, I just thought this was bad, but not as insulting as some other episodes we've had, like some of the episodes during the Doflamingo and Luffy stuff that were just terrible, and you could tell Toei just didn't care what it was doing. This started to feel like that again, but it wasn't as bad. So I'm going to give it 5 Coliseum allies out of 10. 5 out of 10 is a bit of a generous score, but like I said, I don't think this was the worst thing ever. It's pretty nice, calm, chill One Piece episode, and I think the beginning may have been a little bit better than the end. The first half was a bit better than the second half, but there were still a lot of things that just weren't very good. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there what you thought of the episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it, because we can differ in thoughts, of course. Subscribe for more One Piece, both the anime and manga. Also, Tower of God, The Walking Dead, and a bunch more. Follow on Twitter for updates if you want to, and that's it. Thank you once again so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.